being an entrepreneur in the food business for 30 years, we always look for that gap between demand and supply. And since I've always done stuff in the food industry that involves socially responsible businesses, I felt it was kind of my calling to do something in halal business that also could connect with the community a lot more.
The ability to work with Adnan, and someone with his experience and also his passion for putting out good, clean, halal food, and talking to him about the halal market and or the lack of one, and the ability to be first to market with a product like this and really create the category was something that was very exciting for me.
When I looked at the halal industry out there, what I realized was that there's a lot of consumers who are Muslim, American Muslims, who don't even buy halal. So it was not just a matter of demand supply, which is obviously a very significant reason to do it, but also in terms of the halal niche, there wasn't really anything that I saw out there that was either organic or antibiotic-free, sustainably farmed. And the Prophet ﷺ used to say that it's not just the slaughter, the zabdiyah, that's the most important. Actually, he used to say the most important was how we treated the animals during their lifestyle. And he used to say that, you know, the welfare of the animal and how it's cared for and its living is critical to what we put in our bodies.
We're talking about halal, we're talking about Muslim consumers. I'm a Christian, and I say that because one thing I like about the Muslim consumers that we sell to, they're very activist and they follow through. And there's a lot of people, what I call in the green mainstream, who aren't Muslims, who also buy our products, who follow through with their buying decisions. So it's an important step to take the risk, to make the investment, because if somebody doesn't pioneer it, it's not going to happen.
We have the right certifications and the right standards to make sure the product is pure, but we also want to make sure that what we say isn't just what we put out there. Whatever we claim, we had a third-party certifier that totally has no relationship to us certify, and usually it's the top 1 or 2 certifiers in that category. We have put enormous effort, unmatched by no other brand in the marketplace, to make sure it's pure, to make sure it's davia, to make sure that we follow ethical consumerism practices around humanely raised, to make sure that there's no hydrogenated oils, no adulterated products in there, that's 100% natural, you know, hormone-free, and so on. So we're going to all of that extent, and every product we launch, we do that. The consumers that go to Whole Foods, which are very tough consumers who really are dedicated, die-hard natural foodies, they've checked us out. They've gone behind the curtain. We're completely transparent. They know what we're about. We're the real deal, not only for the Muslim consumer, but really for the whole natural food industry, and that's the path we're going to stick on.
Ramadan, the Islamic holy month, is actually at the center of a controversy right now that involves Whole Foods, of all things. The company was accused of pulling a Ramadan-themed ad campaign after complaints. Now, one of the stores' big Ramadan promotions is for Saffron Road, which makes halal food that meets Islamic guidelines. And the CEO of that company, Adnan Durrani, joins us now.
You know, I think that the way Whole Foods has reacted to this has been very good, actually. You know, they're a large organization. They're $9 billion in sales, 300 stores. You're always going to get some dissension somewhere. This is America. People have the right to different opinions. But our Ramadan promotion with Whole Foods is still on. It's still very strong, in spite of some bizarre rumors that are totally unfactual that any Ramadan campaign was slowed down or stopped. Actually, we're rocking the Casbah, and it's on very strong right now.
Well, even if it was only one store, one email, one person even who sent that and said, we want to pull back, we don't want Ramadan in our promotions, are you offended personally that someone wouldn't appreciate a company here in the U.S. promoting Ramadan?
No, I'm not offended at all. I mean, I think it's unfortunate. But, you know, I think that you're always going to have people with different opinions around kosher holidays, around Easter holidays, around Christmas holidays. You always get some kind of reactionary response, and this is a very, very small response. And quite frankly, TJ, this is a tempest in a teapot. Some really, unfortunately, racist bloggers spun this the wrong way, and what happens in a 24/7 cycle is this gets blown up much larger than it really is. We're seeing a tremendous amount of consumers, thousands, going into Whole Foods stores as a result of our Ramadan promotion, and the fact that we're reaching out to 8 million American consumers who've never had an availability of halal foods on a national basis before. So we're actually seeing the other side of this, which is much larger than perhaps a very tiny, tiny minority of radicals who have tried to spin it a different way. Halal to me means, it's not just about food, it's about much more. It's really about, of course, the food is very important, but then, of course, it's about diet. It's about, is it wholesome? Is it pure? How do we treat the animals' welfare while they were living, not just when they were slaughtered? So those are the indicative things around sustainable farming and food, which fits so perfectly with what we do in raising the standards of halal. But then we go to another level. Also, how do you treat your business relationships? How do you treat your vendors and distributors? What relationships do you have with your employees? So it's all around how we conduct our business. Is it halal? And that's what we need to be comfortable with, not only in terms of what we do with the consumers and our brand, but more importantly, how we conduct ourselves in this world, and how we really try to be exemplary examples of humanity. For me, that's what really halal is about.